It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The opening tip to the Pistons, and we're underway at Little Caesars Arena. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Beyond the arc for three. Sterling Brown is going to get 3 shots here. A career 87% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw.
Shot, boy.
Hits all 3 free throws. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Defense making the ball carrier work. Griffin to Drummond. Down to 5 on the 24. Andre Drummond. Shot won't go. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo to Lopez. With a drop step. Off the mark.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Jackson to Drummond. And stuffs it home.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
It's Detroit's ball. Jackson. Probing the defense. To Jackson. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Reggie Jackson, not that time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Griffin to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up 5 to Middleton. Andre Drummond sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. To Griffin. Jackson. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Knocks it down off the step back.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Bledsoe with it up top. Up by 3. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe missed his first. That one goes.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Drummond. Layup goes down. Well done.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Giannis with it up top. Leads 3. Gets it in the left corner. Bledsoe buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. Down to Griffin. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Giannis in control of the basketball. He'll run the offense. Oh, had him going there for a second. Adetokunbo to Hill. From long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Ish Smith. To Drummond. Brook Lopez. Tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To George Hill. Adetokunbo to Lopez. Fires the 3. Knocks it down.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
Dwayne Casey needs a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. It goes down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Hill across the timeline. It's a 9-point lead. To Middleton. Oh, he had him there for a second. Curling inside. Shot from the lane won't go. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Hill into the front court. His team up by 7. Oh, had him going there for a second. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Hill across the timeline. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Oh, emphatic slam.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Ish Smith to Drummond. Has a chance. Kennard shot off the mark. Middleton to Hill. Here comes the screen. Good touch from George Hill.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
The assist from number 14.
After one, it's the visiting Bucks out in front. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Remember, fans, if our team reaches 100 points and wins tonight...
Hill into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Oh, he had him there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. To George Hill. George Hill. He's 2 for 2 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Tough make through traffic.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Antetokounmpo. To Hill. Oh, had him going there for a second. Baseline drive. Thon Maker sends it away to Luke Kennard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Ish Smith. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a piece. George Hill. And he finishes at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Has a look. Smith shot, no good. Hill. Now ready to shoot at the line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
DJ Wilson at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 50%. Wants to do better. And gets both to drop at the line. Picked up by the Bucks.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
George Hill, 3 for 3 in this first half.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Curling inside. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot even.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo to George Hill. And he stepped out of bounds, turns the ball over. New personnel onto the floors. Dwayne Casey switches up his team. Antetokounmpo to Hill. Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. The possession in favor of Detroit. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Hill. George Hill. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Hill across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Trying to cash in. Griffin's shot off the mark. to Adetokunbo. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Jackson to Griffin. Giannis with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Jackson. That's off the side of the rim, short. Middleton to Lopez. Throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Giannis Adetokunbo with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Turns and slams it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Substitution being made in this one. Has a chance. Count the basket. They gave him a look, and why not?
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Drummond to Griffin. To Drummond. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Middleton to Bledsoe. 4-3. And Eric Bledsoe set up nicely. Takes advantage with the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
The Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Blake Griffin. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Nice finish at the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
And the slam.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Here's a chance from long range. He engulfed him that time.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passings.
Screen coming.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had him there for a second. He'll put it up at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA line.
The Bucks dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Bledsoe to Middleton. Oh, had him going there for a second. Here comes the screen. Adetokunbo to Middleton. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Missed it at the line. Jackson with it. His guys down big. Lopez. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Middleton. For 3. Off the mark. Jackson with it. Down a bundle. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Blake Griffin swats it. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Bledsoe. Adetokunbo knocks it down from mid-range.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
To Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
From the painted area, won't go down. That one's going to be out of bounds. Bledsoe to Middleton. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Pistons have it. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Working it outside. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's Griffin there to clear the rebound. To Drummond. It's a big finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And he hits.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Middleton to Adetokunbo. Around the perimeter. Oh, had him going there for a second. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for
Bledsoe.
number 6.
To Adetokunbo. Blake Griffin snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
scores from the post.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And I know this is an off day for him, but still, that serves as no excuse for you not to give any effort on the defensive end. Here's a trick. If you get yourself engaged defensively, that can at times help you offensively.
Giannis with it up top. His team on top by 13. To Bledsoe. Oh, he had him there for a second. Andre Drummond able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Pass stolen by Detroit.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Bucks at the controls.
2 minutes remaining.
Here comes the screen. George Hill. Beyond the arc for three. Not going down here. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Ish Smith looking good. 4 for 5.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter.
Throwback jerseys. Get one for yourself before they're all gone.
Hill to Lopez. Swings it. Middleton to George Hill. To Middleton. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. No good.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Smith to the basket, but it stays out.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Whistle blows. It's an 8-second violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Middleton. No good. That's great defense. The shot missed by Smith. To Hill. And a throwdown.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
To Middleton. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Has a look. Smith with a shot. It won't fall. Third quarter comes to an end. The Bucks in control so far. Pistons basketball here to start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
To George Hill from long range. George Hill forcing that one. Well defended. Shot by Smith. Off the mark. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
It's Detroit's ball. Reggie Jackson, tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
George Hill. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Jackson with it. His guys down by 9. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Number 77, Ersan.
Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. Down low for Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 5 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
It's good. Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
Thon Maker rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Adetokunbo to Middleton. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. Blake Griffin pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Hill. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Pistons ball here. From the outside, no good. With a drop step. Brook Lopez. He's now 4 for 6.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Jackson with it. The margin standing now at 7. To Griffin. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Chris Middleton with the slam.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up 5. And look out. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
And I've been seeing a lot of barking back and forth between the players and the fans. I actually like that. I think that gets the players more engaged in the game, in particular sometimes when the game seems like it's dead air.
Jackson to Luke Kennard. Short jumper misses. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Got it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Here's Lopez, down low. To Bledsoe. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Followed up. Brook Lopez with the slam.
You see, Ed, that's the advantage of growing up playing with and against a twin. A lot of fights, a lot of physicality, and controlling the glass is everything.
Jackson with it. His team down 9. Kennard to Drummond. He throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Bledsoe. Andre Drummond sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Nothing going here on that drive. Adetokunbo to Bledsoe. Shot clock winding down. Adetokunbo. 4-3. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for the Milwaukee Bucks, number 3, George Hill.
Ish Smith to Griffin. Kennard to Griffin. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And now an intentional foul, so they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
Goes 2 for 2.
Good ball. I got something for him.
Cleaning the offensive glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it. And now an intentional foul, so they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Giannis Adetokunbo tips it. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments. But it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. He'll let one fly from half court. The Bucks claim victory as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.